Hi guys, welcome in my next video. Today I want to show you how to do wrinkles, how to do smile lines, wrinkles around lips and lips for mature skin. First, because I have numbing on her lips already, I will start on forehead wrinkle. I will show you because I have so many questions from you about 11 lines. Like is here, I will show you how to do it, how I'm do it, and little fuller wrinkles on forehead, but work is exactly the same like 11 lines. Today for my model I will do 11 lines and smile lines, little wrinkle around lips. That will be for wrinkles treatment, and after that I will show you one more time how to do lips, how to create good cupid, how to feel very natural look to make sure that will be not too much. First I will start on the forehead. I'm never on any part of her face I don't use numbing, only on lips. For wrinkles, for smile lines, 11 lines I don't use numbing. Now I'm little clean her face with micellar water to make sure that I remove all bacteria and everything what she has on her face. That I told you she has already numbing on lips. Is 10% lidocaine, and we are ready for first treatment. Here I have Bonetta Fine. I'm decided to use this Bonetta because this will be first time for her face when we will feel wrinkles, especially 11 lines. After that I will do her smile lines. I did them once already, but that was a couple months ago, and everything go away. I will show you a little later how to protect this area around nose, because she has small spiders, small veins in this area. What means we have to stay far from these veins to make sure that will be not too much bruising. But first we will start on forehead. Always you need to remember that if your client is sit down, if she is sit, always these lines they look completely different than when they lie down. And this is why I can little check how they look when I'm squeeze her face, and you can see correctly here that they are here. But when I'm start work, I have to stretch her skin here between my fingers. As I tell in each video, remember when we work in this area we need to be very careful. Our syringe on our pen and her forehead should be really dry to make sure that our pen is not moving. First I will start from this 11 lines. I have ready my pen, I have ready my Bonetta Fine. On the forehead on this 11 lines I will do only 0.01 ml per shot, and you can see here I'm stretch her skin and shot 2-3 seconds, 2-3 movements, and this is our first shot. Set up my pen, one turn, and what is important here, we have to work overlap. Now is overlap. You can see that my lines, my rounder parts, they are overlap. I didn't push too much, and this is why I lose little product, because I wanted to show you what mean overlap. Now is overlap. Our rounder parts are overlap, our dot are very close. Set up my pen, one turn, clean my pen, clean her face, and one more time stretch. Make sure that you can't see any ring, any vein. Push and shut. Everything what your client can feel is my push. It's not that much shut, but when I push, she can feel for sure. One more time. One turn. Stretch her skin. Overlap. Push and shut. Especially on forehead we need to push, because you can see here I didn't push enough and I'm lost little product. This is my fault, I didn't push enough. This is why. Okay, one more time. If, for example, you stretch skin and you will be able to see any vein here, we need to do next to. This is why hairline is here, but you can see now correctly when I push, the small vein is visible, and this is why I did this shot little next to this line. Is maybe 1-2 millimeters from line. Now I will back to line, still overlap, and shut. One turn, clean my pen, dry my pen, dry her face, the same, stretch, push, and shut. 2-3 movements, 2-3 seconds, and we can back. With this loose of product is one more important thing. You have on your pen this button. After shot, you need to remember that button is inside your pen that long as you finish your movements. This is very important part because we need to stabilize hyaluronic acid inside skin. What mean? One more time. I'm set up my pen, turn once, clean hair 11 line. This one is filled. This one I'm start now. Remember, when you're working close to eyes, don't move your pen. Make sure that you can't move. Now shut. My finger is on the button. Button is inside my pen. 2-3 seconds. 2-3 movements. After that I can take my finger off from button and I can come back with my pen. On forehead is possible that you lose little product. Why? Because skin is thin, much thinner than on our cheeks, much thinner than on our lips. What means is very hard to apply everything, completely everything. But this product, what you can see now, is maybe 3, maybe 4% from each shot. This shot was excellent without any loss of product. One turn, clean her face, stretch, push, and shut. I'm check when I'm squeeze how far is this 11 lines. You can see now that is different. It's much more fuller. I'm leave this alone. We finished this 11 lines. Now I will go to her smile lines, the same overlap, and I will do 0.01 per shot. I'm stretch her skin. You can see correctly here that she has small spiders in this area. We can't shot in spiders. This is why I'm stretch her skin and I'll start 1 centimeter from her nose. First shot. 2-3 movements, come back here with my finger. One turn, dry my pen, her skin is already dry, overlap, and shut. One turn, dry her skin, dry my pen, overlap, push, and shut. Dry her skin. One turn, set up my pen, and dry, overlap, and shut. One more time, set up, one turn, dry my pen, dry her skin, and shut. Okay, one more time, one turn. Always when I'm do wrinkles, I'm use only 0.01 per shot. That means only one turn. Is much better to do more shots but with little less product. If will be too much, it's always bigger risk for lumps, and this is why I don't use for wrinkles a lot of product per one shot. is for me much more safe if I will do less amount with more shots. One more time here, overlap and shut. And one more shot and we'll have finished this line. You can see how much fuller is already this line. Overlap and shut. This line is finished. We'll back here, but I have to fill my syringe. Okay, now we have to do other side. I have already set up my pen, and the same. When I'm stretch skin, you can see here around her nose small veins. I don't want to touch them. This is why I will start 1 centimeter, 10 millimeters from her nose. What mean when I'm stretch skin, I'm start here, push and shut. 2-3 seconds, 2-3 movements. One turn, what mean 0.01 per shot, overlap. Make sure that you stretch skin to check if she has any visible veins. Make sure that you push enough. One turn. Overlap. This part is not painful, even if we're working without numbing, because I'm working in this area completely without numbing. She can feel a little pressure, but this is everything, nothing else. One turn. I have to dry. Make sure that always you have dry skin before you shut, and always we shut with 90 degrees, always, never 45, never 60, because if you will shut in 45, 60 degrees, always is risk that hyaluronic acid is not going enough deep and lumps will be visible on face, especially if you have older clients. This is absolutely normal. Clean her face, set up my pen, one turn, dry my pen before shut, stretch, overlap and shut. 2-3 turns. 2 more shots and we have finished this line. And in the lowest part of her line. That's it for lines. You can see here how much fuller is this line already after a couple minutes. This is absolutely normal because result you will be able to see right after. If you can see these dots right after, because some people don't bleed almost nothing, some people bleed just little like you see here. If you can see these dots, the most of time that means that you didn't open skin your client. Okay, I will show you yet how to do this smoker lines, what she has here. If you don't do lips, you don't have to do on her lip liner, because you lift this lip liner, what means you will do bigger lips, more lifted. This is why I will do couple shots in each line, and that's it, only to fill them little. The same, only one turn on each line, stretch her skin and shut. I will do in each line 3 shots. One turn, dry my pen, overlap and shut. One more time. One turn, dry her skin, dry my pen, stretch her skin and overlap. And you can see here my last shot was above her lip liner. This rounder part is on the lip, but it's not important. Important is where I apply hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid was above her lip liner, what means is fine. We don't touch lip liner when we feel wrinkles. One more time, one turn. I will do now this middle line. I think here will be enough 2 shots. One. One turn. And here, second. And you can see that here I don't lose product. Why? Because here skin has little more fat. It's much easier for me to push my syringe and control my pen. It's much easier than on the forehead, where it's not a lot of fat and it's hard to push on forehead very much because that can be painful for our clients. One turn, dry my pen. Dry her skin, push and shut. And you can see that I don't move my pen. That means when I'm shut, I'm not moving. This is very important. You can't move, especially when you do 11 lines. It's impossible because remember, if you shut in eye, that will be very big problem. Okay, and this is last shot here. That's it for lines around her lips. I will do in next step her lips. Now I show you how to do lips. I am a little closer on lips. I will do a little more zoom to show you a little more details. Okay, lips, we are after numbing. You can see already her smile lines. They are much fuller, much better. I will show you in the end picture. I will do picture because we did picture before. And first, I'm going with her lips. I'm always start from corner to corner. I'm working from corner to corner. And okay, I'm take little gas under her wet part to make sure that I don't shut in any vein. When you squeeze, you can see that I'm really squeeze. When I touch her lip here, it's hard. I can't push my finger inside because it's really thick skin now. Now I'm going close to corner, not too close, not exactly in the corner, but close. And we shut. For lips, I'm used 2 turns, 0.02 ml per shot. And you can see I didn't lose any product. On lips, the most of time I don't lose product, or sometimes if I'm loose, the most of time is, for example, scars after cold sore or mechanical scar. It depends. Okay, 2 turns, squeeze. Don't squeeze this part what you already did, because if you squeeze here too much, you remove hyaluronic acid. Remember, this hyaluronic acid is not stabilized yet inside her skin. What means I can squeeze, but exactly in this part where I need to do shot. On lips, I don't work overlap. I'm doing next to each shot. You can see it's next to. This rounder part is next to. 2 turns on my pen. Squeeze her lip. Make sure that you can't see any vein. 90 degrees. Always 90 degrees. And shut. If you have little more bleeding, what is important? Push your finger on the top of her bleeding to stop as soon as possible. And if you stop this bleeding very fast, will be without bruising. If will be bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, will be more bruises. I'm do first middle lines. 2 turns, clean my pen, dry her lip, squeeze, push, and you can see that my whole syringe is exactly in her lip. Okay, one more time. 2 turns, clean my pen, and the same, squeeze, push, and shut. Two turns, clean my pen. Okay, we'll move for other side. I will try to stop this bleeding and push. I don't squeeze now, because if I'm squeeze now, I remove all hyaluronic acid what I'm already applied in her lip. Okay, squeeze, push, and shut. Okay, one more time. 2 turns. And the same, squeeze, push, and shut. Okay, I have to fill my ampoule. Okay, I have ready my pen and squeeze, push my syringe and shut. Remember that if you push, you need to push really good. Make sure that you push good, because if you don't push enough, you don't apply enough deep your hyaluronic acid, what mean result last couple weeks and is go away. This is very important mistake. Okay, let's stop this bleeding. What is important with bleeding? You need to remember that if your client is bleed, it's normal. Some people, if they take any pills or if they have high pressure or if they have blood pressure high, or if they have any problems with health, it's possible that they will bleed a little more. And this is why after you do shut, make sure that you stop this bleeding as soon as possible. This is why I'm push little on her bleeding part, to make sure that I'm stop this bleeding and will be less bruises. Okay, I'm trying to stop here. Probably was close any vein here. But I have to do one more shot, closer corner. Here. And that's it on upper lip, in the middle part, because now I will back to her cupid. I will do only one shot in each corner to lift a little more, to make it a little more sharp. And after that we have to do lower lip. I'm back here. We have to take her lip. When you don't squeeze, you will be able to see your client corners is here and here. When I'm squeezed, not always I can see this corner. What you can do, you can take a pencil for permanent makeup and mark here dot, or you can take your syringe, don't squeeze, just push here your syringe and check where you have this dot. If it's exactly in the corner, that means that you marked your corner and you can now squeeze and you will be able to see your dot. And I'm do that always to make sure that I'm shut in corner. Or I'm lost little product, it's my fault. I felt that here was not enough squeezing. This product, what you saw, what I'm lost, is around 5% from my shot. That means it's not a lot. Don't worry that you lost little product, is absolutely normal, especially when you start to work with Hyaluron Pen. Now I'm do 2 turns, what mean I'm apply 0.02 ml hyaluronic acid. This is really a lot. You can shad on cotton or something to check how much product you apply, and this is what I'm lost that I told you is maybe 3, maybe maximum 5%. It's not a lot. On cupid, always is a little more bleeding than on other area on lips. Is normal, because cupid is very sensitive. I will do the same on other side. First I will mark where is her cupid. I will check if my dot is enough visible. Okay, now I can see my dot. Remember, when you do shad on the cupid, what is important, you can't do it above. If you do shad above her lip, you lift her part above her lip liner, and that will be looking not good. Okay, squeeze and shut. Okay, and now I have to stop this bleeding. I'm little push this cotton to make sure that this bleeding is stopped as soon as possible. Sometimes this can take couple seconds, sometimes 30 seconds, sometimes 1 minute. This depends from your client. Here is almost stopped. 1 second yet. Okay, now I will clean her face and I will start to do lower lip. I will clean everything what I have with blood around. Remember, when you start with lower lip, when you start next area, always you need to make sure that it's dry, because it's the same like with 11 lines. We can't move our pen. If we move our pen, it's very easy to do mistake. Especially, it's very easy to shad in wet area in membrane, what is absolutely big mistake, because bleeding is really very long. It's around 10-15 minutes, and this can be scary. This is first. Second will be horrible bruising. Okay, I'm starting the corner. Let me check where I am. When I'm record, not always I can see everything very clear. And okay, I am too low. Okay, one more time. Squeeze. You can see, I hope that you can see. If not, she has here very small vein. I'm trying to avoid bruising here, and I will do here little closer corner, not too close, but closer corner, and I will leave this place without injection. This place where she has vein, you can see here next to my shad is exactly vein. One more time, 2 turns. Next to and shut. Okay, 2 turns. Lower is not bleeding that much like upper. You can see this very clear. But this depends how many veins we have on each lip. This is why sometimes it's little bleeding more upper, sometimes it's little bleeding more lower. Okay, I have to dry her lip because it's too wet. Okay, squeeze. Push. You can see how much I'm push, because when I'm push, bleeding next to this part what I'm already did is bigger. It's much more visible than was a couple seconds ago. Okay. 2 turns. That bleeding like is here is absolutely normal. It's nothing horrible. It's not too much. It's normal. But sometimes people bleed a little less than here, or a little more. This depends from our clients. Okay. Okay. Two turns. Now I'm stop bleeding. Okay, squeeze her lip. Try my pen. Make sure that you don't have hyaluronic acid on your syringe outside, because if will be little hyaluronic acid on your syringe outside, it's risk that you move. If you move, it's risk that you make mistake. Okay, I have to fill my syringe. Okay, next shot is next to. Two turns. Dry your pen, dry lip, and the same. Next to, really squeeze. Always you need to make sure that you have place for your shot. This is very important. Don't shot in your fingers. Sometimes I have that students that they try to do this injection too fast, and they have too close fingers when they squeeze lip her model. And if I don't have enough place between my fingers, it's risk that I'm shot in my finger. This is why you need to squeeze enough far between your fingers. You need to have place for full syringe what we have on our pen. Okay, I'm stop bleeding here. And this part is probably a little more veins. Okay, I'm one more time. I don't squeeze now. I'm just push my fingers in her lip to make sure that I'm stop this bleeding. Left two more shots and we have finished. In the end of video I will show you pictures before and after, right after, how it's looking, and you can practice as well. Okay, I think I can do two more shots yet, not one. I will clean her face here. This product what you saw here is going out from hole what I did before. Sometimes that happened if pressure is big. If I did little closer my shot what I did now. Why? Because she has here little asymmetry. It's little less volume here in this part. This is why I did a last one shot closer. This what I did before, and this is why I will check now. We don't have more place for one more shot. We are too close her corner. That means we finished, and I will clean her face, and in the end of video I will show you her result. Thank you so much.